How's it going, folks? Mega Brain here, and today I want to go back to the George Floyd story that I did a couple of months ago because new information has come out, new video footage that shows a more detailed interaction between him and the police, and it kind of exonerates the police officers inside the case and makes all the videos that I did on George Floyd before a mockery. And this just goes to show that even somebody like myself, who's a self-proclaimed know-it-all, can still be deceived and led in the wrong direction by these evil people with an agenda. The videos that I did went down the theory of conspiracy to, racist cops and all the things that, the mass media and the left have been, spewing and pounding into our head for the last couple of years. And, I was deceived by that, and I made myself look like a fool because at the end of the day, these police officers were just following procedure, and this man was clearly under the influence of some heavy drugs and also resisting arrest to the point where his own girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, as she called herself, was telling him to stop resisting arrest while the police were trying to deal with him. So he wasn't just some cooperative guy who the police just put on the ground and murdered. That was the story that the media created. They saw the police nailing on this man, and then they, created a national story about it. And, that's the danger of these people. They could have started civil unrest and hot war inside this country. I don't like using those terms war because there's no war going on here. People in wars, can tell you the horrors of those things. But for lack of better words, they could have created war between different factions of people. Do I think it would have been a race war? No, there's never going to be a race war inside the United States of America. The ideals of different people are just too different, and especially among black people. I mean, generally, white people would stick together, Hispanics would stick together to an extent, and, all of the 1% races would stick together. Black people would be largely divided in trying to create alliances with all of the races that aren't white, while the races that are all these other races would be trying to create alliances with white people so that they could kill black people because they all want to be closer to whiteness. So luckily that's not the case. Luckily, I don't think that actual standard race war would ever take place in this country to the likes of what KKK members would think that would be. If the KKK really exists, I almost believe that the KKK is like a boogie monster that the government has created to keep races from becoming one wholesome group that demands equality and justice. These are just things that are going around in my head. The point is, these people lied to us. These people created massive civil unrest that has lasted till this day. They created this vacuum for the shadow army to swoop in and destroy the infrastructure of the United States. To a small extent, it's not like they're burning cities all across America. Another thing that the mass media would have you believe, even Fox, they're saying cities all across the nation are on fire when it's just a couple of coastal Democrat cities that are actually under siege because the mayors and the governors will literally tell the police to stand down and let these criminals wreak havoc among the public. I'm disgusted with myself. Honestly, I have to admit that I can't believe that I was they got to my emotions and deceived me enough to get on this camera and condemn these police officers for doing their job and more than likely just responding to somebody who was being irate and obstructing them from doing their work and resistant to their authority. You can't just scream, "I can't breathe," and I got claustrophobia. You can't just give excuses to the police officers and then they just have to say, "Oh well, guess we gotta let him go. He's claustrophobic. We can't put him inside this car." Or wait, put him on the curb. Let's bring a paddy wagon in. Oh, well, wait a minute. We can't put him in that either. There's no windows, so we can't just conform to a criminal's policy and rules of engagement. We'll just have total anarchy out here. So, do I fault the police for continuing to do their job even when this man was making all types of pleas? He was trying to say anything he could not to go into those handcuffs, and he was resisting arrest from the very beginning, even when it was just a verbal thing. So my apologies to those officers. They're being crucified right now and being totally wrecked in the media. And this new footage is not going to affect the minds of the mentally weak and the illogical out there that are going to still continue to push this George Floyd thing. This video is not necessarily to try to change any minds, because even the people who watch me, select few that disagree with me, will still feel the same way after this video ends. They'll just say I'm ignorant or something like that, which is funny because it's them who are the ignorant and the illogical ones, which is debatable technically, but in reality they're not using their higher mental brain function to discern real from fake. And people who are wrong will always just turn it back on you. That's one of the most powerful weapons in the world, is just saying the same thing about you as you say about them. And I'm rambling. I just wanted to make this video and clear up, because that was one of my larger videos. As far as views go, most of the time I'm still small. I still get 26 views sometimes, and when I hit 1,000 or 800 or 5,000, 7,000, those are big numbers for me. So this video was a bigger number for me, and a lot more people viewed that video and got an impression of who I was from that video. So I feel like I had to make this and clear that up, like I do other videos when I'm mistaken or I get new information and I need to clear things up. George Floyd was not a good man. He was not rehabilitating his life. Candace Owens was right in the beginning, and I critiqued her too, but she was right from the very beginning, and I let myself fall into what was happening in the time and tried to make this man out to be some kind of angel when he was a rotten, disgusting piece of shit. He was a crackhead, excuse my language. And obviously we know about the things that he did in the past with putting sticking the pregnant woman up and putting a gun to her stomach. So we know this guy's trash, and the new video that I just saw just proves it. He's a no good drug addict who had a heart attack when he was being subdued by the police. Was the guy that was leaning on his neck a little rough? Yeah, I mean, we can still say he probably should have put his knee inside the guy's back, lower mid back or something like that. But who gives a shit? The guy wasn't out there trying to murder him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what caused all of this. And so, does this mean that police officers that practice brutality are, off the hook? No. Are there some? More than likely. But the mass majority of the people that are being brutalized by these police are criminals trying to get away. Murderers and people of that nature. Police aren't just beating the hell out of people for no reason. If you're resisting arrest, if you're being aggressive with them and you get your ass beat, you deserve it. You don't deserve to get national attention and support from people because you were being a fucking asshole. Excuse my language. I'm just a little bit heated because of how I got played like this. You know what I'm saying? If you're a criminal and you're out there doing dirt, or if you're a person that's being nasty and aggressive with police, you don't get to scream police brutality after you get your ass kicked. Simple and plain. Black people, stop being idiots. Stop being what's the word I'm looking for? Stop being useful idiots and thinking that your emotions make up for that. You still look like a fucking idiot, excuse my language, to every other person. Every other racial group on this planet is not looking at you in sympathy. Nobody gives a shit about Black Lives Matter because you keep on screaming it. People are just scared that you're going to burn their shit or break their shit or try to hurt them. They don't give a fuck about Black Lives Matter. They don't care about you screaming that shit over and over again. They're just worried that you're going to attack them. I have white friends on my Facebook page that turned into Black Lives Matter demons because they're trying to make sure that they don't get their asses kicked when you see them. But they're trying to act like they're a part of it. Even though if they get caught up inside a rally with a bunch of black people that are Black Lives Matter, they'll get their asses kicked too. Just like every other white person. Them screaming Black Lives Matter like psychopaths is not going to save them from getting their asses beat by a bunch of radical Black Lives Matter black people. Because we all know most of Black Lives Matter is white. They Antifa members that just scream something different. When the police start looking at them as terrorists. So, I'm going to leave this video right there. I went into a rant because I seriously think that Black Lives Matter is a joke. Black people that care about black people is different from Black Lives Matter. They were black people protesting out in the streets that care about the lives of black people. That's not Black Lives Matter. Those were different groups. And here where I live, when the rioters tried to come through, the black people said, hey, wait a minute, that's not what we're doing. We're trying to get police to stop killing us. Even though that was fake. So those rioters went and got the hell out of here. They went up to, different parts of the country where they could get support for destroying black communities from the black people. Another dumb, useful idiot thing that black people do. Support strange white people or, Spanish, Arabs. They're all inside the mix. They all look white with the masks on. But black people support these people coming into their neighborhoods, wreaking havoc, destroying shit, killing people, and then leaving. And then you're left there. Useful fucking idiots. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. Wake up. Stop being so stupid. Stop talking about you're going to vote for Joe Biden, the one candidate that keeps on bringing up black people inside a negative way. How many times is it now? 4 or 5? You ain't black. Now black people are all the same and Spanish people got so much diversity. The guy didn't support busing and mixing schools. I mean, we could just keep on going down a list and you stupid niggas still talking about Trump is racist, even though only Joe Biden is the one that keep on saying derogatory stuff about black people. How stupid can you be? Alright folks, I'm leaving it there. I'm sorry. I keep on saying I'm leaving it there. I'm literally leaving it there. I haven't been around for a while. I just started back work. I'm kind of angry because Trump is giving everybody an extra $400 on unemployment, so I could have sat on my ass for the rest of the year and made at least $800 a week. But, we need to get back to work. We need to get the country rolling again and get that feeling of wanting to reach goals and stuff back. So I'm not overly mad. I'm just happy that if we do get kicked out of our jobs again by the government, then there'll be some cushion. So salute to the president for that. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.